Al fin, siento mucho la demora. Bienvenidos a mi canal, yo soy Katia Lins, pero pueden decirme Katianesa. Y bueno, vamos a ir con este modo historia que ya llevamos como... Vlad dijo que la otra vez que eran 15 horas ya de juego. Y bueno, en el capítulo anterior teníamos que robar esta lanza de Longino, que era la cual había atravesado Jesús la costilla. Mm, Igual es curioso esa parte, porque justo estábamos en Semana Santa y había que buscar esa lanza. Ya, la cosa es que descubrimos un secreto. Y bueno, si usted no sabe cuál es el secreto, tendrá que ver hasta el final del juego. Así, digo, de esta partida, de este stream. Porque no lo vamos a revelar así como así. Creo que hablé y ni se escuchó. Ay, ¿por qué me pasa esto a mí? Ah, no, sí se escucha. Ya. Pero creo que hablé muy despacio. Bueno, comencemos porque ya me demoro mucho. Me falta traer agüita. Porque igual hablo como loro a veces. Descubrimos un sucio secreto. Hola Vlad, hola Jonas, ¿qué tal están? Ay, ay, ay. ¿Podré hacer eso o podré ir a ver si puedo quitarle la lanza a Napoleón? A ver. Oh, no, no puedo. No podré hacer nada. Uy, si no sé por qué. Porque cada vez que, mira, casi siempre los juegos que juego se me buguean. Ahí me entró algo en el ojo. Otros problemas, una vez iba a hacer el stream y se me dio vuelta el té. Puro show, puro show. Me pasan puras cosas random. Mami nos va a retar porque no llevamos la lanza. Bueno. No recuerdo que el lugar era así antes, cuando llegamos. Ah, yo quería recorrer el lugar. Más encima que durante una partida, una de las transmisiones nos quedamos sin una mano. What?
Oh no! No, Mother!
Louis, it was an accident, I'm sorry. I didn't have a choice. She attacked me. I didn't want to hurt her.
¿Y qué estabas haciendo acá afuera, mujer?
What happened?
I was on the wharf. It was dark. She seemed to be preparing to depart. I moved closer. I wanted us to talk, but as soon as she saw me, she threatened me. I wanted her to explain to me in her own words what had happened to Emma. I had to know what happened, Louis. You understand that, don't you?
Sí, vamos nomás al tiro a usar la habilidad.
Did she say anything before she died?
I didn't understand everything. She was in a blind rage. She pointed her pistol at me. She spoke to me as if I were you and called me Louis. She said you look so much like her and that she was so proud to have a son like you.
Did my mother say how proud she was to
Obvio si
have me for
tenía
a son?
una,
That's right.
una hermana gemela. Están mintiéndome.
My mother would have never said that. You're lying.
Why? He does have a spine. So Sarah
No,
couldn't
maybe.
be proud of her beloved son? How in heavens would I know?
You're not Emily.
Surprise, little
Matemos
Louis.
a la equivocada.
It took you long enough, though. Yes, you got it wrong. You didn't choose the right one. It took you long enough to figure it out, though. Oh, I felt sorry for you when I saw you couldn't even recognize her, Louis.
Que no
What do you
pasaba mucho tiempo con
expect?
ella.
It wasn't my fault. Was it perhaps that night we spent together after the conference that persuaded you that I was worth more than her?
What?
Oh, you still don't get it. The night of the conference? It wasn't poor Emily who paid you a little visit in your room. Oh, she was much too busy with Monsieur Bonaparte.
No, that's not true.
It was me, of course. I assure you, you got something a whole lot better. And when I think she wasn't even armed when I arrived.
Pucha, me equivoqué en todo.
Right. Take a moment to think and meet me at the manor later.
You're crazy.
Now, Louis, don't push it. I understand your grief, but I won't put up with that sort of talk from you or anybody.
¿La matamos o decimos que está enferma? Ah, era ahí, tenía cabocha. Ya, bueno. Tenía que presionar ahí. Si la matamos, ya no habrá más Elizabeth. Ya no tendremos a alguien. Nada. ¿Y para qué crees que quiere que uno vaya con él?
If he says one more word, I won't be around to satisfy any of his desires.
¿Eh? ¿Por qué me habrá dicho eso? Una palabra más. Una palabra más. ¿Saben? Sí, voy de mal en peor y la voy a matar.
Die, you bitch.
Muere víbora. Ahora me vengo a volver loca aquí. Y la vamos a tirar al mar. Cualquier cosa se puso a pelear con mi madre. He matado a Lady Hillsborough. He descubierto mi naturaleza de demon. Yeah. Así que atacar nomás, sin piedad. Ya. He perdido la lanza del Longuino. Napoleón Bonaparte me ha derribado. No he llegado a tiempo para salvar a mi madre. No he impedido que Lady Hillsborough disparara a mi madre. No he descubierto la mentira sobre Louis de Richet. Sí. Y la mató así nomás, la ahorcó y murió. Podría haber hablado con Manuel Godoy. I am a bad person. Manipulación. Ya no podemos llevar ningún libro. Pero si dicen que es fácil matar a una persona. Mató a mi madre. La mujer que me dio la vida.
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies.
Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think.
Damn it.
Yeah.
What a mess. Come on. Man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute?
Eso le pasó por meterse con nosotros. ¿Quién será?
Sir Gregory?
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't
Pésimo.
know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing,
Sobrino.
but you must
Me pregunto qué tipo de final te van a dar. Vamos a ver.
be shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Acuérdense que no podemos leer la mente a nuestra familia.
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
El peor o el troll nunca espero el bueno con ella. Ay, si esto ya se dio vuelta completamente. Porque yo nunca
Well,
me
tell
lo
me
esperé, nunca leí en un
Are
lado
there
que
any other
iba a ser así el
families like
juego.
ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
Pero ¿cómo no puedo? Ah, ya.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
Me imagino.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
¿Quién es el último hermano? ¿Seremos nosotros? ¿Pero somos su hijo?
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Muchos siglos para
it's true.
aprender.
You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
Bueno, porque le vamos a darle democracia. Sí.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of
Porque
their
no
own
pueden
destinies?
solos.
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you. Less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. We are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
Well, indeed, from that point of view, it is better to guide them.
It's rare for a novice demon to manage to stop thinking like a man so quickly. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Es una invitación para que lo siga usted. Espérame, antes de continuar.
Are you offering me an alliance?
Louis, I do not believe that just because your father is mistaken, all is lost for you. You owe William nothing, so there's nothing obliging you to support him. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way,
No me digas
Go
tío. Por lo menos si había ocultismo en el juego. Pero decirme no me digas tío delante de la gente. Ah. Porque no van a entender. ¿Y cómo por...? Pero eso pareciera que en verdad no perdimos la mano. Quizás perdimos los dedos nomás. Introducirte con Mortimer en su estudio. A ver, vamos, ¿dónde están esas escaleras? Ya. Cualquier camino llega a Roma. Nos lleva a Roma. Mr. Piaggi, ¿cómo está?
His Holiness awaits my report.
¿Qué? Me acerqué a él y...
I haven't the time.
Es como que leí su mente sin querer. El manco demoníaco. No, ¿por qué puedo entrar acá? ¿Por qué puedo entrar acá a la habitación de Elizabeth? Elizabeth no me quiere hablar, no. Pero hace rato que no me quiere hablar. De hecho, igual esa vez cuando lo habíamos topado en el comedor, como que su voz no se escuchó, como si fuera él. Como si hubiera sido dominado por el demonio de nuestro padre. Ay, me equivoqué de escalera. ¿Dónde está? Ah, bueno, estoy bien. Un poquito más. Vamos a hablar con Washington. Creo que nadie tiene nada que decirnos. Hola.
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
Ah, no podemos leer la mente.
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
Cotillo jugoso.
Me? No, nothing at all. And you?
I would like to be able to say yes, but it's been dead quiet. The only one with anything to say is Duke Manuel. But with that accent of his, I don't understand a word he says. It's exasperating.
Right. I've wasted enough time. I'll keep our conversation to myself, Mr. President. Anyway, I must be going now.
See you later,
Ay,
Louis.
que andáis apurado. Ni yo estoy apurada. Y estoy todo apurado. Ay, ¿dónde estaba esa escalera? Ah, me la pasé. Mandones, Luis. Me está dominando con sus poderes de demonio.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you.
No me pude ir
You've
con mi
made the
mami.
right
po.
choice. You must have been disappointed not to have been able to speak to Sarah one last time. I would have liked her to tell you herself.
Well, I guess I'll never know now.
True. Even so, there is one more thing I haven't told you about her. Sarah was my daughter.
What?
But why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I
What?
intended to tell you
Viejo
afterwards.
sucio.
You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Worried. I wonder where it's all going to end.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the
Pero-
first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
Creo que no hemos encontrado sus inmunidades. Solamente esa inmunidad, persuasión y ciencias.
I've been given to understand that you have a difficult relationship with your father. Isn't that right?
Let's just say we don't see things the same way. I ended up finding out that there's a world outside the rules he has imposed on us.
Pero inmune a la psicología. Ah, ciencias.
It seems you find yourself in the same position that you've placed men. You were told what to do, what to think, and you found it unbearable. Imagine if humanity finds out you
Ay, qué
secretly direct
madurez,
them.
Luis.
How do you think they'd react?
Your analogy is not without substance. But that's where it ends. Man's main flaw is his willingness to forget and to make the same errors time and again. He can't help it. He is mortal. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
So that's your project.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
¿Se podrá hablar de todo? Hablemos de las religiones.
What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives, as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions.
En
Tomorrow,
todos lados, sí,
if
así.
you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others
Como todo lo
as
que pasa en la
workforce.
actualidad, ¿no? No sé si alguna vez vieron un video de un chico que estaba súper emocionado porque allá en Estados Unidos recibió su sueldo, su primer sueldo, y después cuando vio el papel, creo que tienen que pagar muchos impuestos, y fue como su decepción total. Porque le habían dicho que iba a ganar cierta plata, pero al final, con todo lo que le descuentan, quedó súper
And what would you propose for
súper
women?
infeliz.
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to
Al
the
sistema.
system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today, we are wasting too much time.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of
Si era un
locomotion.
negro lo que
Look
vi
at the
el-
cultural revolution
Sí.
that printing brought
Sí,
about.
Vlad.
But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits. And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence, but humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am...
Sorry, no me enteré de que habla este viejo. Andaba viendo las luchas por un momento. Es que no estaba hablando sobre lo que él quiere. O sea, todo lo que, como por ejemplo, progresismo, que la mujer pueda salir de su casa, que los esclavos puedan trabajar y esas cosas. Nos está contando cuáles son sus planes para la humanidad y está diciendo que la humanidad necesita cierta libertad para que ellos también como demonios puedan gobernarla más fácilmente. Esperen, que llegó la gata. Miau. Entra. Miau. 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 Venga. Ven. Quiere comida la desgraciada.
that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective,
Quiere
is it?
descubrir
To
lo que
understand
es.
who we are. I see your point.
Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in
No quiso
danger. The
venir
time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
Ya, danos el control. No, ella no puede hacer eso. Mina, Mina, ven. Venga.
I don't see how I
Aquí
could do
llegó,
that.
venga para
I shall
acá.
help you the first time.
Uy.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Qué interesante.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store
Aprendamos,
for you.
aprendamos.
That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed signs.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence
Me
in his
gusta.
room.
Muchas
Just play
decisiones.
along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes, you're going to enter his mind and take
the
control.
control.
You're going to influence his actions and his psyche.
Pero ¿cómo? Cuénteme.
Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him, in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
Qué complicado.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Uy, todo el mundo está ocupado para mí. Voy a hacer show. Voy a botar todos estos pasteles. No, tráiganmelos para acá. Qué rico. Uy, está bloqueada la puerta. Napoleón, hagamos una alianza y te daré lo que quieres.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
¿Qué pasó?
Sir, I am sorry, but I cannot let you enter.
Why no? Necesita ver a Emily. Sé que está ahí viva. Claro. ¿Podremos entrar acá? No. Sé directamente a la habitación de Piaggi. Creo que estaba al lado de la nuestra. Ya. A ver qué tal nos va.
Ah, well, Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first.
It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate.
I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence.
Antes de eso vamos a ver sus debilidades. Sé que era inmune a la persuasión, parece. A la erudición. Pero puedo manipularlo. Por eso a lo mejor es más fácil. ¿Pero cuál es el símbolo de la manipulación? Ah, bueno, ahí mismo dice. A ver, dice. Ocultismo.
I wanted to thank you for your help. I mean, for your time talking to me about the Holy Lands.
Oh, and did you find it? It's the crusade of a lifetime for some people, Louis. You are searching...
Pero antes de eso, ¿qué descubrimos? Inquisición. Ya.
for another holy grail.
You're nearly there. Link into his thoughts.
Does it annoy you at all?
But what on earth is he trying to get at? Why do you ask, Louis? I don't follow.
For the glory, Your Eminence.
I can feel it coming. It's working.
What insolence? Why, really? I am a man of the church, Louis. May God keep me from such ambitions.
Right. Let me in, Your Eminence.
Uy. ¿Qué cosa? Mira, ña ña ña. Scratch. Scratch.
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it.
Qué entretenido.
Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me.
Right. Well, it's time I got started. Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter. I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not
Ojalá
make
no,
any
no necesites mi ayuda
mistakes.
para hacer eso. Ah.
There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Ay. Mi estimado Giuseppe, dado que mi salud no me permite aceptar la invitación de Sir John a la casa de Lord Mortimer, le agradecería que asistiera a la conferencia en mi lugar. Naturalmente debería darle las gracias a nuestros anfitriones en mi nombre. Afiance nuestros acuerdos con Sir Gregory y comuníquele que la operación relacionada con el cardenal obispo Charamonti sigue en curso. Confío plenamente en usted, que Dios le bendiga y lo proteja. SS Giovanni Angelo Barsky. No utilice su sello personal como cuando me escriba, sino el que tiene mi lema. Que a nosotros nos dio una carta igual, pero no nos va a servir, la verdad. No. Mi estimado Giuseppe, sé que se encuentra de camino a la residencia de Lord Mortimer. Espero espero que tenga un buen viaje, aunque sea obligado a cruzar la campiña francesa en un momento tan convulso. Debe saber que esta misión resulta crucial, amigo mío. Que Dios lo bendiga y lo proteja.
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today, the date is 24/01/1793.
No, ¿por qué?
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the numbers shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code.
Pero tu mano no la veo, po.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Qué difícil. ¿Por qué? ¿Cómo puedo retroceder? No quiero elegir. Mm. Que tampoco son como... Es como si fuera... Si decides te quedas manco por segunda vez. No, no me quedo manco. Creo que no debería haber empezado por eso. Pero como retrocedo, o sea, tengo
In the
que...
letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle.
Ah, ahora vienes. Ahora que no quiero estar contigo. ¿Ah? Ni me pides ni permiso.
Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code.
Miau. Ay, sí, acomódate, claro.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Pucha, no puedo... Tengo que elegir sí o sí. ¿Por qué, Mina? ¿Por qué no me ayudas? Ayúdame, Mina. Ocupa ese cerebro que tenés. A ver. Necesito un lápiz. Un lápiz y una hoja. Sí. Ya. Aquí está. Entonces, como ustedes no pueden ver el cuaderno, yo voy a ver. La G es 30 y... No, la G. La J es 3. La G no es ningún número. La H tampoco. La F tampoco. Y la J al 3. E 17. H B C F. Nah. No, no voy a usar internet. Pase lo que tenga que pasar nomás. No puedo volver a empezar desde el principio. ¿Sí o no? ¿Sí o sí me dejáis? Qué desgracia. Ah, me siento como cuando uno juega el bachillerato. ¿Qué pacha, mina? Si hubiéramos tenido agua del Carmen, hubiera sido bueno. Creo que era agua del Carmen, eso, ¿no? Sí. Es que no sé si esa pista sería... Sí, porque la E es 17. La I es un 31 y en el código de arriba no hay ni una I. Me siento como en una prueba. Así. G, J, H, F. Que se me imagina que los números que están ahí al medio son al azar. Que no es como si fuera múltiplo de algo. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué me miras así? Ñau, ¿qué pasa, mira? ¿Me querés morder? ¿Me querés morder? A lo mejor debería haber seguido el orden. ¿Qué puedo hacer? Es que no puedo salir de esta cuestión. ¿Cómo lo hago? No me deja salir. ¿Por qué?
In the letters
No
from
me
the
deja
Pope,
salir. Quiero salir de
there's
esa
6
cuestión. No
letters
puedo.
just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle.
Ay, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
¿Por qué? Por poder puede ser que sea al azar. No, sino que no creo que sea al azar. Que lo que pasa es que a lo mejor debería haber seguido ese orden. A lo mejor. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. G. El día es donde parte el código. después del primer número del mes es cuando avanza. Sí, pero que si ves la I, dice que el 31. ¿Cómo va a ser la G el 31? El día donde parte el código. Ay, ay, ay. Hola Roro, ¿qué tal estás? Bienvenido. Sí, por parte A, pero que si ves la G no está en el 31, solamente la E corresponde al 17. Creo que el viejo ya se va a despertar y todo. Y nosotros todavía no terminamos la carta. Sí, es que es un juego de lógica igual. Entonces no puedo concentrarme y hablar al mismo tiempo. No es parte de mis habilidades. Por ejemplo, están intentando sacar el intervalo. Por ejemplo, 31 a 17 son 17 días. Y de 17 a 24 son 7, pero no hay nada que nos pueda decir que en el código hay un 7 ahí. And wine, o sea, ¿estás tomando vino? ¿Eso me estás diciendo? FJ 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 FJ. Qué complicado. Es que lo fome es que ni siquiera me deja salir de esta parte. Ya, sí. El primer número del mes es 0. Pero ¿por qué entonces que la G corresponde al, por ejemplo, al 12? O al 1. ¿31? ¿1? Que por ejemplo podríamos decir que en el dibujo entre el 31 y el 3 hay un 1, la G. Pero hay dice 01 más abajo y ningún otro tiene el 1. Segundo número es el 1 entonces. ¿Cómo el tercer número igual es un 1? 1, 2, 3. Ay, me dan ganas de no seguir porque no entiendo. El día de la fecha manda de dónde parte el código por cada fecha. El código de la primera carta parte de la 1. Ya. O sea... Entonces tú estás diciendo que las letras representan un número distinto, entonces. No, por ejemplo, la J no equivale en verdad a 3. Equivale al número intermedio entre el 1... O sea, porque dijimos que G, como no hay un número, se asume que es 1. Y la J vendría siendo el 2, tú dices. Ya. Entonces no sé que la H es el 1. No. Ya me está dando mucho sueño. Ah, ya. Ya voy entendiendo, Black. Ya entendí. Voy entendiendo. Ya entendí. Ya entendí, Vlad. Mm. Yo no entiendo nada, se nota que le estoy haciendo poco caso a esto. Perdón. Es que mira, puedo apuntar. Ah, con el puntero. Acá, ¿no es cierto? 31 es como el día máximo del mes. Así me lo imagino yo, ¿ya? Entonces aquí son números, digamos que random. Entonces después del 31 viene el 1, que sería la G, representada por la G, sin escribirlo manualmente. Entonces de la G empiezan los números. G es 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Por eso, G es 1. ¿Cachai? Empieza del mes es G es 1. Después dice que la J representa el 2. Después de nuevo dice que G es 1 por el 1 de acá, de 1792. Después vamos a la H. Aquí tenemos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ahí llegamos a la 7. Después 7, 8, 9, la F. Entonces la I es 0. Pero el segundo número no empieza desde aquí, empieza de acá. Ahí como te dije, este era el 9 y aquí este era 0, o sea 1 y 2. Por eso la J. Ya, mira, Vlad, es que no quiero, déjame igual deducirlo y voy igual mirar lo que tienes tú. Ya, porque tú dices A, ya, obviamente A el 24. F sería el F, pero el F el 9, pues Vlad. A ver. Entonces aquí, después para esta segunda carta, entonces toma otro número, po. El R sería el 0, entonces. A ver, 0. El E para este segundo número, el E representa el 0. La H el 1. Después 1. Después 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ya. Y después el 9. 7, 8, 9. Después la F. 0, 1, 2, 3. Uy, qué entretenido. Ahora sí lo puedo entender. Bueno, no sé si yo no habrá escuchado lo que dije, pero ya entendí. Y acuérdate que no... Tú, Vlad, tú dijiste que A, F, pero A empieza del día y la clave empieza del día del mes. Entonces habrá que repetir EH de nuevo. Que si no sería lo mismo a cada rato. Ya vamos a ver. Ya, a ver, pero déjame entender. A sería entonces el 0. La F, sí, pues sería el 1 entonces. F de nuevo, después el 7. La C. Uy, qué entretenido. Sí, la C. Y después la F. Siete, 8, 9, H. Sí lo escuché y la verdad soy malo para esto. A ver, espérame, es que no quiero como cegarme lo que tú estás diciendo. No estoy diciendo que estés mal, pero necesito también poder que me cruja aquí, porque si no sería fácil. Ah, ya, me dijeron que esto, lo hago nomás. Quiero intentar pensar. Ya. Ah, sí, qué entretenido, me gustó. Todo complicado, eso sí. Vamos.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Qué chistoso. Va, acá.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Oye, qué entretenido haber hecho cartas así, en ese tiempo.
Today the date is 24/01/1793. Today the date is 24/01/1793. Today the date is 24/01/1793. Today is the 24/01/1793.
Eso es.
Right. Well, let's start right.
No fuimos al
Lord
final.
Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust.
A lo mejor está mirando el otro. Ay, ¿cómo podría meter la pata aquí? ¿Podríamos decirle desacreditar a ambos? No creo en ninguno de los dos. ¿Cuál era el objetivo que teníamos con él? A los dos. Ya, bueno, ya. Es que no estamos siendo sabios, por Vlad. ¿Queremos el caos para la humanidad? Ay, ay, casi. La estaba apretando muy fuerte. ¿Queremos el caos para la humanidad o queremos su bien? ¿Mm? ¿Le daremos la espalda a nuestro padre? Déjate acá, tranquila, oh. Ya, fuera. Déjame. No te quiero aquí. Chu, chu, chu. Ya, no te quiero. Vete. Vete, pues no te quiero. Y se aferra a subirse encima mío. Ah. No, pero ¿cómo vamos a hacer eso con nuestro papito? Llega tú. Ya veamos. Es que parece que alguien nos está observando por la pintura. Estoy más que seguro. Tuto de gato. Tuto de gato. ¡Ah! Ya, mina, tranquilízate. Tranquila, mina, tranquila. Qué pena, nene, tú. Es que ya maté a Elizabeth, podía dejarla embarrada. Debería seguir haciendo la embarrada. ¿Y si mi padre la lee? ¿O nos lee la mente? Ya vamos a hacer eso. O sea, hold nomás.
It
A ver
turns
qué
out,
va a pasar.
now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote.
Elegir un sello.
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
Yo no sé cuál es la cuestión del Papa. Política, protocolo.
And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini.
Ya, pues elígelo. A ver.
On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini. Latin, it blooms in the house of God. This seal is different to the one Piaggi used for the letter he gave me. Yes, I'm certain of it.
Ese dicen porque es.
Justicia, misericordia e humildad.
Justicia, misericordia, humildad.
I'm
Ya,
gonna
pero
brush
si
up
eso
my-
no
I
se necesita
think it's in
traducir.
Italian. Justice, mercy, and humility. In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change.
10 minutos para
and
que
to
terminemos
stop
el
using his
stream. 10
personal
minutos,
stamp.
solo 10
He
minutos.
asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it. Must be in Latin. And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini.
Ñau, 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 ñau. Mina, mano larga. Ya ese era, po, ¿no? No. No, qué papa, ya. Miren, me estaba fiando por lo primero que leer. Lo oí, y a ver. Sigue a la izquierda.
A circle with a cross inside. Now, I distinctly remember this seal that Piaggi used on the letter he gave me. This isn't the same stamp. On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini.
Ya ese entonces. Si no dejamos la embarra nomás.
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us.
What do you mean he can't hear us? What's
Está
going
durmiendo,
on
po.
here, Piaggi?
A ver, pero veamos la veamos. Vulnerabilidad, la distracción. ¿Habrá una opción para distraerlo?
Calm down now. Monsieur de Richet came to see me because he was having anxiety attacks and wanted something to help him relax. I'm afraid I've been a little heavy-handed.
You can say that again.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is, and there he stays. It's a perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
¿Para qué?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him.
Sí, que se nos sube.
No, listen, my son. This is all getting out of
Mira, que todo el mundo te mira y echa como vaca.
I don't trust him in the slightest.
Why not?
Can you keep a secret?
Por supuesto que sí.
Of course, my son.
Puedes confiar en tu
Would you like to tell me
mesa.
under the confidentiality of confession?
Ugh, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son.
¿Cómo?
Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
Hagamos
This
que
is
nos
not a
mate o
decision
no.
to
Ah.
be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he?
En mi habitación, no. Entonces ayúdeme a llevarlo a otro lado. No, a ver. ¿Qué sería lo mejor? Distracción. Persuasión. Lógica. Pero si soy un hombre de fe, pues no puedo pedir que lo maten, pues no puedo dejarlo tampoco que lo mate. O sea, no. ¿Qué onda este loco? Es que si nos mata se va a acabar el juego. Entonces no voy a gastar en qué pensar. A ver. Persuasión, distracción. Que el público elija, pero que no sé que nos mate. En mi habitación. No.
I refuse to get involved. That's against the rules, for heaven's sake.
The rules? The consequences of the conference could well destabilize the world order. It's our duty to shelve Mortimer's project, and to accomplish that, anything goes.
Porque si no me voy a quedarme en el cuerpo de pie
I
y
always act in the best interest of all. I assure you.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You
voy a
must
dar
have
apoyo
lost your
asado.
mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it.
Aunque en esta época todo era posible, la iglesia mataba a todo lo que se movía si tenía que ver con la fe. Léele ya, bueno, léele la mente de una vez por todas.
He is capable of reporting me to Sir Gregory. I'm really risking my neck here.
Te acusaré con Holmes. Así, así.
If you lay a finger on him, I'll denounce you to Sir Gregory. I'm warning you.
You old weasel! Very well, Piaggi, you win.
I refuse to let you do the first thing that comes into your head.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Right. Time for me to get back into my body. Right.
Tenía dos manos.
Just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the red salon.
Quedan 4 minutos y nos decimos adiós. Llegó la hora de decir adiós. La la la. Buenas noches, se portan bien. Se duermen temprano, escucharon. Ahora somos un demonio, así que hablaremos como demonio. Váyanse a dormir, niños. Sueñan con los angelitos. Esa no era la escalera. O si no, verás una diabla y los va a agarrar de las patas. ¿Dónde era el comedor? Era para allá. ¿Dónde está el comedor? Ah, para allá. Llegó la hora de decir adiós. ¡Uy! ¡Wow! ¡Qué libro! Ahora tenemos vida suficiente para poder leerlos todos. En el comedor recibo. Padre, ¿dónde estás? Papi. Hola, papi, ¿cómo estás? Qué bonito se ve el sol. El reflejo del sol en tus ojos. ¿Podemos tocar el piano sin una mano? No vale, más tarde sin falta tú eres la que
So,
debe
Louis,
ir a dormir temprano.
what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter. I have to admit that the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
Estoy deseando volver a usarlo.
Not much else to say, other than I've already developed a taste for it.
Delighted to hear it. Bear in mind that you will discover many new things by going from body to body.
Is it possible to go from one body to another several times?
With practice, yes. Some of us have become masters in the art of bouncing from one body to another.
Yo
To the
también quiero
extent that they
ser.
can't be found.
No,
But
ustedes no me lo
you did
ordenan.
it.
Yo soy la mayor aquí. Ustedes me hacen caso a mí. ¿Escucharon?
Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are
Conversación
free to make your
familiar.
own choices, William. I would like the same for him too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh,
tu
ye of
desgracia.
little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
¿Qué quiere
What
decir?
place is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes, for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he
más
goes
viejo que
with
nosotros,
another
po.
of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes.
Nuestro papá se
It's
ve
his
guapo.
theatrical side.
How dare you?
La cara, están
You
peleando
are blind,
mentalmente.
brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn?
¿Qué onda?
It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
Parece un régimen
When you speak
totalitario.
of the right order, I can't help hearing your order.
Louis, wouldn't you think that by now we've acquired a certain experience? Don't you think that we're the best place to know what the right order should be by now?
I mostly understand that even with the best of intentions, this kind of talk could well be misinterpreted. Every powerful man has had to speak in this way at some stage. That doesn't mean that they were right or that they achieved great things. Take the kings of France, for example.
They weren't all good monarchs.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary.
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
There you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide
No voy a decidir.
is now.
Soy muy joven todavía.
If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you.
Yo
You
quería
won't
cortar
be
directo a
blamed
las
for your
10.
father's errors.
Ah, the masks
Esta
are off.
conversación está muy
I
larga.
offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their
Pero
true
papi,
face.
tú no me criaste.
Before I answer, well, I'd better think it over very carefully.
Mejor sale
Do I
corriendo,
intend to
listo.
embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human?
Lo descubriremos en el siguiente capítulo. No, creo que no podemos cortar así. O reniego de mi naturaleza y haga lo que pueda por seguir siendo humano. ¡Ayana, demon! Queremos ser demonio y continuar como demonios. Lo descubrimos recién. No sé, hello. Queremos experimentar.
It's useless trying to resist my true nature. I'm a demon. May as well accept it. The sooner
Se
the
nos van a
better.
subir los humos a la
Even if I
cabeza.
continue to live as a human, all my friends and acquaintances will inevitably end up dying. And I'll be left on my own, forever.
Me está
I'm
leyendo
a
la
demon
mente,
and
viejo.
I have to behave like one. The sooner, the better.
So? What do you choose, Louis?
A mi papi. Ay, qué difícil. No, quedemos libre albedrío. Es lo mejor.
I shall follow my father, Sir Gregory.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please,
importa.
don't take offense.
El juego
but
termina
I
ahí.
just can't turn my back on him.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come, follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
Bueno, aquí voy a guardar el directo. Ah, Sir Bonaparte, ya nadie te va a creer. No, 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 no miremos más, o si no, no voy a terminar nunca el directo. Y Jonas, creo que he sido una nesa muy blanda contigo, así que ándate con cuidadito, si no, tan. Sí, porque aquí mandan los mayores, no tú. Mira, escucha, vamos a pelear. Te reto un duelo de Childsuer. No, mentira. Ya no he jugado hace mucho.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance? You don't know me very well, Louis. We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to vote against us, and we'll have lost.
That's
Así
true.
que buena parte de nuestro
That's
hermano.
why none of them will. Why? Because I have an asset that they do not.
Which is...
You. My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is about to resume. The time has come to lay down all our cards.
He falsificado la carta del Papa, he elegido de secreta a Gregory. He aprendido a utilizar mi nuevo poder. Me he alineado temporalmente con el Lord Mortimer para la continuación de la conferencia. He conseguido impedir que Von Bonner me envenenara. ¡No fallé ninguna! ¡Aleluya! Pero ya es la hora de decir buenas noches. ¿Dónde está la música aquí en este canal? Música con copyright, así cortamos todo el relleno. Espérame. Estaba buena la música que había puesto al principio. Casi tan fuerte, ¿o no? A ver. Yo sí te reto con mi deck de nueva expansión. No puedo porque no tengo nuevas cartas y estoy muy desactualizada. Hace meses, ya voy a cumplir un año, no, nunca tanto, que no juego. Aquí le vamos a subir los puntos al final. Son poco al final. ¿Pero cómo? ¿Le quería quitar puntos a ese? Ahí sí. Ya, llegó la hora de darnos las buenas noches. Mira, justo acabó el capítulo. Llegó la hora de darnos las buenas noches. Espero que tengan una buena noche. Que descansen, se acuesten temprano. Espera, que esta cuestión todavía está muy fuerte para mí. Mis oídos. Que se acuesten temprano y sean buenos niños. Se portan bien. Que sueñan con los angelitos. No, porque ahora somos demonios y vamos a soñar con fiestas demoníacas. Ah, miren, ya estamos casi por terminar. Así que... ya estamos por terminar. Eso quiere decir que nos queda menos stream para esta historia. Bueno, ¿qué tal les pareció? El desafío igual estuvo entretenido. Era para... ah, sorry. Era para pensar mucho. De hecho, ya me había bajado hasta el sueño. Tengan buenas noches, gente. Y no le hagan caso a la Nessan que está divagando. ¿What? Tienes suerte de estar lejos. Bueno, pero a las noches, cuando saques el pie fuera de la cama, yo te lo voy a pescar y te voy a tirar al más allá. Bueno, espero que haya sido, que se hayan divertido. Nos estaremos viendo en otra transmisión. ¿Cuándo? Aún no sé, tengo que pensarlo todavía. Ya, good night, sayonara. Ah, y si usted nuevo por aquí, abajo en la descripción quedan mis redes sociales por si quieren seguirme en alguna otra plataforma, aunque tampoco es como que yo llene de muchos mensajes las cosas, pero bueno, ahí está la invitación. Así que, buenas noches. Ah, se me olvidó decir, no olviden dejar su like, suscribirse si todavía no lo han hecho. Si es que, bueno, ya van a haber más acciones en la historia. Jonas dice que es el favorito y no puedo hacerte nada. Pero aquí en la casa de mi mamá, la favorita soy yo. No te voy a decir esa palabra que tanto te gusta escuchar, Jonas. Que tengas buenas noches. Eso te pasó por ser un malo, Nicha. Oh, me jodí.